Hello and welcome back to another episode of Internal Rambles. This is your girl, Rachelle. If you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you for tuning back in. Internal Rambles is a podcast where I discuss trending entertainment topics in music, movies, and TV, and I also do reality show recaps. If you are not subscribed to me, please do so that you get my episodes when they are released. I strive to release on Fridays, but sometimes they release a little bit later on the weekend. Today we are going to discuss what's happening in music, in movies, and also in reality TV. Let's not wait, let's not hesitate. Let's talk about our show is back on. That is Love Island USA. Let's talk about the first week in Love Island USA season 7. Alrighty. Okay, y'all. So I'm not going to be doing a full recap of Love Island. I'm just going to touch on a few points, my thoughts on the first 3 episodes, and my thoughts on some of the Islanders. Okay, so I'm enjoying the season so far. Season 6 was their breakout season. Everybody loved it. I really didn't watch Love Island. I'm more of a Temptation Island girl myself. Okay. But I did watch. I think I started watching season 6 maybe I definitely missed the first few episodes. I didn't realize that Love Island happened almost every day. So I definitely missed probably about a good 2 weeks at least minimally. And then got into it. Obviously loved Cordell, loved Serena and some of the other girls. And some of the guys too. Nonetheless, season 7. I gotta get the cast photos because I definitely don't know these people's names like that. There's a couple of people. There's definitely one person I'm like, oh, well, actually, there's a couple of people. But I really like, I'm gonna start off with who I like. I like Ace. I just think that Ace is a little cutie patootie, okay? He is, let me find out how old. I think he's 22. Yes, he's 22. He's a content creator. He says that he teaches people how to dance. Ace is from LA. He has 27 brothers and sisters. I mean, obviously not 27, but Ace is there for a short time and a good time, okay? He says he's looking for love, but Ace is not looking for nothing long term. And I think he's gonna be fun to watch, personally. So I'm excited to see what happens with him. Now, this is going to be, if you have not watched the first 3 episodes, this is going to be spoilers galore. So, forward past this part of my podcast episode. So, who he was matched up with went home. And I'm going to get into that in a few minutes. So, he is currently single and vulnerable on the island. But I don't think he's going to be single for very long. He's feeling, let me see, who is the one that he likes? Because like I said, I can't remember these folks' name. He likes, is it Shelly who he likes? I think he really likes Shelly. And he actually knew Shelly from outside of the show. They met, I guess, one time in New York, exchanged information, but never dated. So I think they would be a cute little couple, So we'll see if they actually get matched together and become a couple on the island. Now, Ace was in a couple with Ulissa. She's from Miami, and she was 27. I guess on this article, they say that she was in real estate, but I thought they said that she had a mobile bar or something. I don't know if I'm confusing her with somebody else. But nonetheless, child, they kicked Ulissa off the show. So there was a lot of concern outside of the show because once she was on the show. People dug up some video of her where she was on I think maybe on 2 podcasts, and she was slanging the N-word around. But then also, I guess she is a Trump supporter, and so they just was like, listen, child, she racist. So there was a lot of uproar about her, and on the show, she was literally like, here today, gone tomorrow. And all the show said, Love Island said, was that Yulissa is no longer on the show. There has not been any comment on why she is no longer on the show, but I'm assuming one can assume it's due to the backlash from her and the statements that she made in that podcast, and just some of the things that she has been doing online. So, child, they said, listen, is this what y'all be doing? This is the type of person y'all want on y'all show? Love Island said, we don't want no smoke. We don't want to be affiliated with that. And she is not on the show. So it'll be interesting if Love Island even addresses it, or if they just say, listen, it's handled. So she gone, y'all. I said, Love Island said, they said, homie, we don't play that. But the interesting thing, I wonder, because some of these other shows, aka Love is Blind, has been under fire for several seasons about their vetting process. Are you vetting the people on your show? So I just kind of wonder, I'm imagining they didn't know I'm just going to assume they didn't know about this beforehand. I don't know. But they said, listen, we got her out of here. So she's gone. I don't know. Someone else, and I need to get in. Oh, is it Huda? Huda is interesting to me. Let me make sure she's the right. Yes, Huda is 24, and she is matched with Jeremiah, I believe. I think she's matched with Jeremiah. And she has not told him that she has I think 4-year-old child. She did not initially tell him. They are matched together. They are in a couple together. By the end of episode 3, she does tell him we don't know what his reaction is, except for he's speechless. But she did not want to initially tell him. She's like, I want him to like me for me. And she said, historically, when a guy knows I have a kid, it hasn't gone well, etc., etc. So, it kind of sparked in some of the reviews that I've seen some conversation. Why would you withhold this information? You're a package deal. And I agree. I at the end of the day, for some people, whether it's male or female, it's literally a deal breaker. That's not something that I believe that's something you should be upfront about pretty soon. Or pretty initially, I guess I should say. So I'm glad that she has finally told him, but it'll be interesting to see what his reaction is. I don't think he's gonna be okay with it. He seems like someone who doesn't really want a woman that has a child. I don't think he's mature enough, or not even mature. I could just see him just not wanting. I can see him saying, I don't want that obligation. And it's okay. I mean, I can understand. He is, 25. I can understand that. I just wish that she would have told him sooner, but I'm glad that she has told him. Because she told the women, some of the women, not everyone, before she told the person that she got coupled up with. So I'm glad that that's out the bag. And moving forward, I just hope that she just go ahead and just start with that, especially because it is such an accelerated dating process. Go ahead and tell the men, and that way you can be free to see if they really want, to be with you and really like you, because yes, you are a package deal. And then lastly, we have Mr. Austin, who is 26 and he is a pool cleaner. Austin is a freak of the week. He is, some of his answers when they played a game where they disclose certain information about how many people they slept with, how many, have they sent naked pictures. I mean, he a little out there. I mean, I would be just cautious. I don't think he wants a monogamous relationship. I don't think he wants a relationship. So I don't know if he's really gonna stick around for too long, because he just seems like he a player from the Himalayas. I don't know. He gives me just kind of like grimy vibes. I don't know. So that is my really quick thoughts on some of the people. The show's pretty good thus far. And yeah, that's the first week of Love Island USA. What are your thoughts? Are you liking? Do you see any strong couples? I don't really see any strong couples. I like Ace and Shelly, but I don't know if they are like a strong couple. I think they look cute together, but are they a strong couple? I don't know. But yeah, that's the first week of Love Island USA Season 7. Okay, so June is Black Music Month. Happy Black Music Month. And NPR is once again this year celebrating and doing a month of Tiny Desk celebrating Black music. And so this month, the artists that will be doing Tiny Desk, some of the artists are A. Marie, Beanie Man, E40, Keyshia Cole, CeCe Winans, Wiz Khalifa, just to name a few. And A. Marie actually just did her Tiny Desk, so check that out. I'm really excited about these. I'm excited about Beanie Man and Keyshia Cole, definitely CeCe Winans. So check out this year's Black Music Month celebrations for Tiny Desk. And Tiny Desk is just, they've been doing their thing, and definitely really excited about this year, specifically their Black Music Month celebration. So, and Keyshia Cole has been on the press run. She's celebrating the 20 years of The Way It Is, and that's what Tiny Desk is. All of these artists are celebrating 20 years of something, whether it's an album or they're celebrating anniversaries, whether it's an album or a song or 25 years in music or something. So, for example, E40 is celebrating 30 years in music. Keyshia Cole is celebrating 20 years of The Way It Is. So it's definitely a special time for each of these artists specifically. So, and like I said, Keyshia Cole has been on a major press run. She's celebrating 20 years of The Way It Is, and she's celebrating the tour that's coinciding with that, and she's promoting that tour. So shout out to all these artists, and make sure you check out their Tiny Desks. Some new music released on Friday. Lil Wayne released the Carter 6. He had been saying that it was coming out, and he finally released it. And I haven't had a chance to listen to it. I think I listened to maybe a snippet of one song, so I can't really speak on it. But some of the artists on the album are BGX The Plug, Big Sean, 2 Chainz, his son Cameron Carter, Wyclef, and MGK and Kodak Black, just to name a few. So check out the Carter 6 that was just released this Friday, the 6th, June 6th. I've been hearing some mixed. Some people are really enjoying it. Some people are not feeling it. Again, I can't speak to it because I really haven't listened to the album. So still shout out to Lil Wayne, still releasing music. And I believe he's doing a tour too. So check him out if he's coming to a city near you. Also, speaking of new music, Teyana Taylor had announced that she was retiring from music, but she has unretired, thankfully, and just released a new single, which is called Long Time, and her new album is called Escape Room, and that is releasing August 2020, in August of this year, 2025. And that's actually going to be a visual album so the album is going to be a visual album. I can speak. I'm tired, y'all. Bear with me. And it'll be a movie, a short film with the movie that stars Lakeith Stanfield with Teyana and Ari and Pierre. That's Mufasa. And so that's really, really exciting. You know, Teyana is going to always give you the visuals and creativity. And the short film is supposed to be post-apocalyptic, futuristic, noir, romance thriller. Did you get that? And an ombre effects of life's journey from the darkness of all aspects of heartbreak, friendship, career, family, to the lightness of healing. That's what it says about the short film. So shout out to her, and excited to see what she does with that. I only saw a small portion of the video, but I'm excited that she is returning to music. I really love Teyana Taylor and her creativity and her music, because I was like, girl, you retiring from what? But Teyana Taylor is out here. She's doing movies. She has an upcoming movie with, I want to say, Leonardo DiCaprio. She's doing a lot. So movies, music, and she's got a lot of stuff upcoming. So shout out to her. Listen to the single and can't wait to hear the album this August. And then also, speaking of film, it was announced that Ariana Grande has been added to the upcoming Meet the Parents 4, which stars Ben Stiller and Mr. Robert De Niro. A rumored synopsis of the film is that the son of Ben Stiller is introducing his fiance to the family. I love Meet the Parents. I have seen the first 3 multiple times. I just think that that franchise is just so hilarious. So I'm excited that they're doing another one. And I believe I read that it's supposed to come out in 2026. So excited that they're doing another one. And congrats to Ariana for being added to the film. Okay, y'all, and then just some shows that I'm currently watching, or new shows to watch. I don't think I ever mentioned, maybe I did, that Gordon Ramsay always keeps a show. He always has a show on. He always has a new show. He has a new show that really isn't, it's just kind of a reimagined show of a show he already was doing. It's kind of like Kitchen Nightmares, but a little different. So it's called, I believe, Secret Service. It's like Kitchen Nightmares, except for he doesn't go in and taste the food. He has hidden cameras, and he has someone else taste the food, and he goes in and yells at, he doesn't really yell at people, well, maybe a little bit, and he helps struggling restaurants. So I like it. It's endearing. That's on. And then MasterChef is back on. MasterChef Duos. He has a new judge with him, Tiffany Derry, Black Chef. She's great. Love her. And Joe Bastianich. Love MasterChef. watching that, of course, I have to watch my cooking shows. And then Barbecue Brawl is back on with Bobby Flay. And he's going up against Manit Chauhan and Antonia LaFaso to barbecue competition. That's what I'm watching. If you like cooking shows, along with the organized crime. Oh my God. Their season finale is next week. They only had 10 episodes this season. No word on if it's getting renewed. They better not cancel my organized crime with my stapler. Not gonna get into it, but nonetheless. No word on when Ready to Love is coming back on. They just keep saying summer. Rumor is August, but that hasn't been concretely confirmed. No word on when Love and Marriage DC is coming back on. I really like, that's probably my favorite one, I think. So, yep. Not sure when that's coming on, so I think that's it. And then I don't think they've announced, I don't think that's coming on till later in the year when Married at First Sight. That'll probably be fall, winter. And then I really liked Queen's Court on Peacock. I'm sure they'll probably do, I assume they'll probably do another season of that. I really like that. I really like the second season. I didn't watch the first season. Okay, that's it. Enough of TV talk. Let's get into what I do. It's a little shorter episode, but good stuff today. Let's get in what I do at the end of the episode. That is the song of the podcast. Could be oldie but goodie, or a new song that I'm loving, that I'm recommending to you, that I hope that's in my heavy rotation, that I hope that you will add to your heavy rotation. Or it could be a song from an artist that I mentioned during the podcast earlier. And so, since I talked about Keyshia Cole and she's celebrating 20 years of her album, I'm gonna recommend a song that wasn't a single, that I can remember it being a single. Maybe a lesser known song, but it is called Woman to Woman, and it's featuring Ashanti. And I'm trying to, let me find out what album that's from. That's from her, oh, don't play it. Oh, that's from her, oh, it's called Woman to Woman album. So I really like that song. I think her and Ashanti's vocals were good on that, and I think it's just a cute kind of modern rendition of Woman to Woman song. So check it out if you've never heard it before. Woman to Woman, Keyshia Cole featuring Ashanti. I think there's a version, if I'm not, I could be making this up. I feel like there's a version without Ashanti on it, and then there's a version with Ashanti, but I might be making that up. But the one that I'm recommending is the one with Ashanti on it. And that is the song of the podcast. Okay. A little podcast programming note, announcement, whatever. There will not be an episode on the week of Juneteenth. So the week of June 19th, so there won't be an episode on June 20th or 21st. I got a lot going on that week. I'll be pretty busy. I don't believe I'll have time to record. So the week of Juneteenth, week of June 19th, 2021, there will be no episode, just to give a heads up. So if you don't see an episode that week, don't fret, don't worry, that's planned. But I'll be back, Lord willing. No, I will be back the following week of the 27th, 28th. There will be an episode that week, but the week of Juneteenth, I will not have an episode. So, not next week, but the following week, there will be no episode. Okay. Just to let you know. And you can always hit me up on YouTube, my official site, internalramblespodcast.com. If you have any topics, anything that you've seen that I haven't covered and you want me to discuss, you want to know my thoughts about it, let me know. If you have any thoughts, let me know what you think about what I'm talking about. Always would love to hear from you. But also, if you have any questions you want me to answer about anything, any topics, whatever, let me know. Give me some ideas to be featured on a future episode. Would love to hear from you. Alrighty? Listen, take care of yourselves. Self-care is very important. Do what you need to do for you because you matter. Whether it's 5-10 minutes, self-care is very important. You cannot take care of anyone else or be your best self if you're not doing things to take care of you. Okay? And until next episode, this is your girl, Rachelle.